Okay, so I wanted to do a health update for everyone because I know it's been months since I've done my last one. I think it's been like at least 6 months since I did one. Um, the reason I haven't done one in so long is because the medicine methotrexate that I was on made me absolutely miserable. So I just didn't want to do one. So I started out on methotrexate, the pills, and I was on 20 milligrams. Um, my insurance does not cover methotrexate, so I switched the injections because it's cheaper that way. You have to refill it every 10 weeks, and price wise, it's cheaper. And the injections are supposed to be easier on your stomach. I found the opposite to be true. I had a horrible experience with it. When I was doing the pills, it wasn't that bad. I would get a little bit nauseous here and there, but it was not that bad. I started the injections and I was getting sick, really sick. The first day that I would do it Sunday nights. I did it a couple different days until I figured out what day would work for me because I have church on Sundays and I did not want to miss that. So I had to kind of play with it a little bit and figure out what day was the best day to do it. So I ended up doing it Sunday evenings because I would do it right before I went to bed. I would usually wake up in the middle of the night feeling kind of gross, and then all day Monday I would be pretty much useless. And then I would be throwing up until Thursday. And then Thursday and Friday, I would feel sick to my stomach. Friday wasn't as bad, but then Saturday and Sunday, until I did my injection again, I would be okay. So I pretty much only had like a day and a half to, 2 days of feeling normal. The rest of the time, I was miserable. I was sick. I felt horrible. I had horrible body aches. It did help with the inflammation. The inflammation went down, but I was miserable from the medicine, so it didn't even matter. Um, my hair did fall out. I had huge bald spots, and my hair is usually very thick. It started to get incredibly thin, and I had bald patches. So I had Richard's cousin shave all my hair off. Not all of it. I had a little bit left on top. I did a little bit of a faux hawk, but for the most part, it was gone. And even the faux hawk was super thin, and just the way that I would style it, it would look okay. Um, but most of my hair fell out. It's grown back right now. This is not even a year after I started growing it back. It's been probably like 6 to 7 months since I cut all my hair off. So I mean, it's doing pretty good. It's growing back really well. Probably like 3 months ago, going on 3 months ago, I called my rheumatologist and said, "Listen, I'm done with this medicine. I cannot take it anymore." I had my folic acid was up to like 3 milligrams, trying to kind of offset the nausea a little bit, and nothing was helping. So finally, I called him and I said, "Listen, I'm sick of this. I can't do it anymore." So then I was supposed to be on the methotrexate for a year, and then he was going to switch me to Plaquenil. So I was like maybe 4 months shy of a year, and I called him and I said, "I'm done. Either you can switch me, or I'm just not taking this anymore." So he said, I'll switch you. It's fine. So they switched me to Plaquenil, and it has been amazing. I am not sick anymore. The only side effect that I have from this is I get headaches sometimes after I take it, but it's not that bad. And then sun sensitivity is extreme on this medicine. I have the worst sun sensitivity. Being in the car, I have to wear a hoodie to cover my arms because the light coming in, the sun coming in while I'm driving, hurts. And if I go outside, I have to stay in the shade. And I put sunblock on even if I'm in the shade. If I'm in the sun, then my skin starts to hurt really bad. Like it feels like I'm being burned. Like I've got a severe sunburn. Um, And then if I am exposed to sunlight for a long time, like say an hour or two, um, my bones start to hurt. The bones where, like, if I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and I'm out in the sun, my arms, the bones in my arms will start to hurt, and it's awful. But other than that, there's no other side effects, which is, I mean, I'll take it. I have no problem sitting in the shade. The only thing that kind of stinks is, when the boys want to go play, I kind of have to sit off to the side while they have fun and they play. So that kind of stinks. It'll be a lot easier once fall comes and, I can wear long sleeves and hoodies and not be too hot. It'll be a lot easier then. So really there's only a few months out of the year when I can't be completely covered, and not have to worry about getting too hot. But it is so much better than what I have lived for the last year. I mean, the methotrexate was so awful, and I feel sick even thinking about it because it was just horrible. So I will gladly take limited sun exposure for in place of that. Absolutely no problem, hands down. I have to take that. The Plaquenil is 200 milligrams 2 times a day. And then I go back and I see him again in September. It's either September or October, one of the two. And then we'll talk to him about it more then. But I don't have a lot of pain on this medicine. The expected pain, because the pain never goes away, but it's not nearly as bad. The inflammation is not nearly as bad. And I have had blood work done since the methotrexate, and there was a kind of like a peak in inflammation, and he was worried that the Plaquenil wasn't working correctly. But I was just having a flare up because the next week I went back and had it checked again, and it was down to where it should have been. So that was soon after I stopped the methotrexate and started the Plaquenil. So he was just concerned there. But I was just having a moderate flare, and I mean, even then, I didn't really notice it. I was a little bit stiff, but flares are not nearly as bad. Well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't had a really bad flare yet on this medicine. So, it's really good. I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited about this medicine. I'm so happy to be off of the methotrexate. So, so grateful that this medicine is working for me and that I can be on this and not have to be on the methotrexate, because I know that was something that he had said could happen. So I just wanted to update everyone on how that is going. I'm feeling great. This medicine has really, really worked great. I'm feeling awesome. And hopefully, it'll continue that way. I praise God that I was blessed with the amazing doctor that I have, that he put me in where I needed to be at the right time, because lupus was never even something that anyone was considering. And I praise God that I was led to the doctor that I was when I was, because we caught it before it did any serious damage to anything. So huge praise there, and huge praise that this medicine is working and that I don't have to be on the methotrexate anymore. But that's about it for the health update. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate everyone's prayers. I appreciate everyone's kind words. I have people that I don't even know that have reached out to me from my other videos and have asked questions and, said things, and it's just really great. It's helpful, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all of the advice from people that have gone through this already and that are seasoned in this and that they know what they're talking about, and I appreciate so much the advice from them. But that's all for this video, so I will say thank you and goodbye.